Now this is where Marvel Select shines. When they do their big characters, you can basically take your Marvel Legends and just take that character and put him all the way in the back of the shelf. Unless they make theirs first, then you don't even have to buy the Marvel Legends one if you already have the Marvel Select. Because when they do a big character, it's basically your end-all, be-all of that character. You take your Marvel Select, the big characters, and you put them right up front. And the rest of their figures, I'm still second guessing that Star-Lord purchase. But let's check out this Groot. Alright, so as you can see, he's standing just a little under 10 inches tall, and he's not much bigger than the Marvel Legends one. But the Marvel Legends one is just basically another reissue of this one. And then they also did a third one with the smiley face and a potted Groot and baby Groot, which I haven't pulled the trigger on that yet, but I'm a sucker, so I probably will at some point. I was kind of hoping for clearance on something like that, though. So kind of like Marvel Legends did this one. If you're going to give us 3 Groots, granted this is Marvel Select's first Groot, and this is pretty spot on to what he looks like in the comic books right now. So if you're going to give us 3 Groots, like I have 2 Marvel Legends ones now, and then you're giving us a third one, could you give us one where he's actually wearing his Guardians of the Galaxy like costume, like his uniform? Like, heaven forbid you like actually give a shit about giving us good toys and make one in that costume, because that would definitely stand out in my Groot collection, and it would be really nice to have. So as a side-by-side comparison, I mean, they're both really good. I love the bark effect on the Legends one, and I like the root effect on the Select one. And so there's tons of detail in both. I actually think the articulation on the Select one is much better than the Legends one. So let's get a better look at him. Let's get a close-up look at this Groot. First off, this head sculpt is absolute perfection. Like, that thing just doesn't get any better. And as far as a comparison goes, I mean, this one's pretty cool too, but then if you look at the quality and plastic, like this is like that weird, cheap, shiny plastic. This thing actually looks like the whole thing is painted. Like, I'm sure that it's brown, but it has so much wash and attention to detail on it. Like, it definitely stands out. And then as far as the articulation goes on this thing, it's real basic. The head is on a ball, shoulders are on a ball, bicep swivel, single elbow, same wrist been getting forever. A pretty cool ab crunch. Mine's actually a little loose. That kind of sucks. And then it's got this thigh joint. And then as far as looks goes, I think the Select thigh joint actually looks a lot better than this. Like, that just looks weird having those gaps in there. I know people are, go both ways on that. But as far as looks goes, this thing's actually pretty cool. Sorry about the camera. And the leg doesn't go back real far, but it's Groot. How far back do you actually need it to go? It goes forward plenty. Has a thigh cut, which I don't like. The double knee, that thing like goes all the way back. So tons of movement there. And then his ankle goes up and down. And then has the, to me, probably the best ankle pivot in the game. Like that's ankle pivot perfection right there. That's really nuts. And then he also comes with this other piece to the stand, which I'm putting this stand together. Hold on, let me back this thing up. So he comes with the piece with the roots on it, obviously. And I don't know, man, like, it just, with big bases like this, for one, I got glass shelves. I put them in there. They block the light. They take up a lot of space. And this thing just isn't coming together. It's not that cool. Like, I guess it's all, I don't know. I mean, a lot of times when I get this shit, I'll display it for a little while, then I usually end up putting it away. But I got some things I want to show you before this video ends. Okay, there once was a day, and this day was a long, long time ago, when toy companies actually gave a shit. So let's just say, close your eyes for a minute, pretend like I'm Mr. Rogers or some shit. Say these Groots that we got, could you imagine if they got an accessory like with an extra arm, like the long arm where he stabs everybody, or like a big giant fist hand, or like some leaves or something like so you got Groot, one of the coolest characters of all. If he actually went the extra mile and did something cool like that. So back in the day, we used to get toys like Treebeard. Like this thing, I mean, what was this toy? Like $25? Maybe it's $45. I don't think it was that much, considering all these things were like $22. This thing is a phenomenal toy. Like this is a standout in your collection toy, and let me show you why. Not just the fact that he's like crazy big and he's amazing, but he's got this little button here. You see this little hidden green branch right here that my finger's on, that little green stub sticking out? Well, when you push that, magic happens. And let me show you the magic. I'll try not to talk over because I don't want to ruin it. But something I want to point out. Watch his mustache, watch his eyes, and watch inside of his mouth. Like, so you push this button, and again, it's got like 6 phrases. Like this is toy's perfection, guys. Like this. So let's just say, let's dream for a minute here, that these companies actually gave a shit, and they gave us some big, giant, oversized Groot that you pushed a button and it said, "I am Groot." Could you fucking imagine that? Like, I dream of that day. I dream of the day of good toys to come back. I dream of the day for action figures to have an action. Let's get back to Treebeard here. I'm sure he's got something to tell us.
I told them no, I would keep you safe, and safe is where I'll keep you.
Come on, guys. That's just fucking awesome right there.
Don't be hasty.
I'm gonna go close on the mouth on this one. Alright, now if that's not enough, which I think it is, but there's a little lever back here on the arm, which you pick up the lever and it'll probably knock out Groot, but we'll see. You pick it up, he got like an action, the arm goes up. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. I guess you could just pick the arm up. But hey, that's an action figure. That is amazing. Come on, guys. Bring back cool toys again. Hey, that's the collection. Like always, man, I really appreciate the support. Thanks for watching.